the preview, you wanted to talk about Abdoulaye Doucoure. He is going. It's official. He will be leaving at the end of the season. So, yeah, just briefly before we hit the preview of the final, mate, just your thoughts with Doucoure going. I think we saw it coming, didn't we?
Yeah, well, when I had Jim on last Monday, we were talking about players that, we think and we felt that probably should leave. And we felt Doucoure probably would be one of them. And mainly because obviously from that Ben Foster podcast he was on, he wasn't going to drop from 120 grand. And as I do, is we're trying to cut our wage budget, aren't we? And he wanted more effectively because of the hard work. He's done for us over the last 18 months, which that is granted, and he has put in, some good shifts. He's scored some vital goals. The one against Bournemouth, I think, will be etched into our memories, and we are extremely thankful for Doucoure, for what he's done, and that goal especially. It's sad to see him go. Well, I wish we could have had some sort of terms with him where, he would cut the wages, but I'd imagine he's going to Saudi. Al Shabab is what I'm hearing, Stu, which I imagine he's going to get, wealth for life, isn't he, over there? And I know his family live in Saudi anyway. So, at 32 years of age, he's done it all in the Prem, minus winning cups. But, he's been prominent with Watford to Everton, hasn't he? So, good luck to him. And, like I said, we won't forget, the goal against Bournemouth because that was vital in our history.
Absolutely. He moves on. Again, it's a case of cutting down the wage bill, isn't it, as well? Yeah. We overplayed. It wasn't his fault that he was getting paid what he was getting paid. It was the previous regime. They were throwing wages around willy-nilly. Moyes, as you said last week, you alluded to it, he wants younger players in. He's always been about that. When players hit a shelf life, it's time to go under him. Although he has played a lot of football under Moyes, when you've had Charlie Alcaraz on the bench a lot as well. So although they probably knew he was going weeks and weeks ago, he has played him, hasn't he, to be fair? He's played a lot of games under Moyes.
I think between, obviously Lampard wasn't keen on him, but you saw the difference he made under Dyche when Dyche was manager, and and under David Moyes. They all seem to like that. He was an old school sort of engine, wasn't he? An engine in midfield. He couldn't pass the ball. We all knew that, but he had legs. He could make a tackle every now and again, and he scored goals. He got in the right positions at the right time. And, that was the kind of player he was, but you knew that he had an engine and you could sort of use that, and like I said, it's sad to see him go because I think he would have been a good, off the bench play for us, but I don't imagine he'd want to be that now anyway. But yeah, like I said, everyone moves on. He's going to get a lot more money there in Saudi, isn't he? So good luck to him.
All the best, Abdoulaye Doucoure. If it is Saudi, of course.